New details about David Tennant's return to Doctor Who, plus we've got the rundown on his 14th Doctor from the latest Doctor Who magazine, issue 584. We've also got plenty of new stuff relating to Russell T Davies' 60th anniversary specials, series 14, and we've even had the 14th Doctor's debut story. All this and more. Greetings everyone, I'm Captain Jack and welcome to Tardis Central. We're getting very close to 2,000 subscribers here. If you love Doctor Who and want the latest news, lore and more, hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on social media for daily updates on the Doctor Who universe. But as always, please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, because if you're talking Doctor Who, we want to hear about it. David Tennant, the next Doctor, before Ncuti Gatwa takes over the reins of the Tardis, has a lot to talk about. Doctor Who magazine sat down and interviewed Tennant early this year on the day of filming for his side of a regeneration at Wolf Studios, on the 13th of May, also to talk about returning to the series. Did you also know David Tennant is now the third oldest actor to play a new mainline incarnation of the Doctor, as the 14th. He's now only 4 years younger than William Hartnell and Peter Capaldi were when they debuted as their Doctors. Regarding playing another Doctor, Tennant said the following: "It's almost greedy, it's definitely greedy, but it's exciting, right?" This is referring to his return as another incarnation after having played both the 10th and Meta-Crisis Doctors during his original era. He did continue on by saying with the experience of grappling with a later point in the timeline when his coming back as the 10th Doctor was, more exciting returning as the 10th Doctor. Oh totally, yes, this is the future. Now David also spoke very highly of Ncuti as the 15th Doctor, and given we now have the teaser showing that Ncuti will feature somewhat in the 60th specials too, we expect it's more than just idle speculation on his part. He said to Doctor Who magazine the following: "I imagine those polls will be topped by Ncuti Gatwa any minute now, so I needn't worry, Ncuti is brilliant." The first big piece of news is the official confirmation of the incoming production team for the new era of Doctor Who. As well as Russell T Davies as the showrunner and one of the executive producers, Doctor Who magazine is now exclusively confirmed that Phil Collinson, Judy Gardner, Jane Tranter and Joel Collins will be joining him as a full team of exec producers. Going through them individually, Collinson is a familiar executive from Russell's first era. This announcement fits with the early discovery in January that Phil Collinson's CV had been updated to know him as a producer for Series 14. As for the other three, this also fits with the discovery in September that they had listed on post-production supervisor Liz Duffin's CV, alongside Russell and Collison. Judy Gardner and Jane Tranter had both been expected to return by fans already. They had co-founded Bad Wolf, but Collins was more of a surprise to those less familiar with Bad Wolf's previous output, having worked there as an exec, producer and production designer on all three series of his Dark Materials. This issue also confirmed Vicky DeLo's involvement as a producer. Her involvement was noticed when her CV was updated in January to list her as a block producer on Doctor Who. Like Collins, DeLo is also well acquainted with Bad Wolf, having just produced 3 episodes of his Dark Materials third series, just before work began on this new era of Doctor Who. Development producer at Bad Wolf, Ellen Marsh, has also been revealed by the magazine as having a co-producer role, and having previously worked as a producer at ITV. Chris May has come on board as a producer for the show, though it is not clear yet if these positions are for a block like DeLo's is suggested to be, or if they have more long-term participation. Further to that, Philip Sims has been confirmed as a production designer, having previously worked alongside Joel Collins on an episode of Black Mirror, and after much fan speculation due to his departure from Big Finish, occasional sightings of him at Wolf Studios, and an Instagram post of him earlier this week that he was the show's executive assistant. Okay, so long-time Big Finish script editor, Scott Hancock, has been announced as a script editor for the upcoming run of stories. Gothel and Hancock both previously collaborated on Mind of a Hodiak audio release for the Lost Stories range at Big Finish, with Hancock adapting and reworking the original scripted first part and developing the second part of Russell's input, and the story ultimately being recorded on the 12th and 13th of August 2021. Just over a month before Russell's announcement as the new showrunner. Interestingly, Hancock's Big Finish work has somewhat continued amongst the work on the 60th specials and Series 14 for a while, with him directing the third Torchwood Soho box set in mid-January of this year, and a return being made to direct the upcoming Class, Secret Diary of Rodian Prince, on the 23rd of August of this year also. There is also an indication the Daleks will be returning for Series 14, with Joel Collins noting that the Daleks are something he is very much looking forward to, and Philip Sims also remarking he's looking forward to designing a new Dalek. However, this does not mean that new Daleks are already in production. No new designs seem to have been made. Given the stage of completion for edits for the 60th specials are nearing, if the Daleks are in them, there'll probably already be a familiar design, perhaps a classic bronze design. Thanks to Doctor Who magazine, we have official confirmation about the details for Doctor Who's 60th anniversary. Starting with the directors, it's now officially confirmed, as we previously reported, Rachel Talalay has directed episode 1, Tom Kingsley is directing special 2, and Chania Button is took to arrange for the 3rd special. Scott Hancock also reveals in his new production diary that the first cuts of the 3 60th specials are well in hand. The first cut of the 2nd special has been prepared for the 6th of September, with it being given a screening at Wolf Studios for the production team. And the existing edits for all specials were sent off to the BBC and Disney Plus for notes on the 15th of September. So, how are David Tennant and Catherine Tate back for the 60th? Well, it appears that it actually came about due to Emily Cook organising tweet-alongs during the 2020 lockdown. This got Davies, Tennant and Tate involved in tweeting along to the Runaway Bride. After that, Catherine Tate had texted her enjoyment to Russell, and he jokingly replied saying how fun it would be to have both Tennant and Tate back, not expecting her to go along with it, only for Tate to agree. Days later, Tennant had indicated to Tate that he wanted to return, and Russell felt an obligation to inform the BBC the two were interested. And Russell was already aware by late 2020 of Chris Chibnall's pact that he would only do 3 series of showrunning, and he knew that the BBC had the 60th to come in 2023. Not wishing to pester Chris directly, aware of how busy his job showrunning is, he instead passed on to Director of Drama, Piers Wenger, who said they could factor into any future planning. Russell has yet to further elaborate on what happened next, but it seems he has plans to do so in Doctor Who magazine 586, 2 issues from now. The issue has also confirmed that 3 of the 60th anniversary specials will be an hour long, with them described as hour-long spectaculars. Therefore, it seems that we've got 3 hours of David Tennant as the 14th Doctor to look forward to in late 2023. Despite past precedents like the Curators, many are still confused on how the Doctor can return to one of their previous faces. Does this connect to the 15th Doctor, or is something else going on? Davies has teased fans once again by saying this. Maybe David is a Mayfly Doctor, because we know the 15th is on his way, but how and why has this happened? There are huge revelations to come, and brand new stories about a Time Lord's life coming next November. We would note oddly that Rossler said a Time Lord's life, and not the Time Lord's life, which might perhaps mean he doesn't mean the Doctor there. Now, another interesting point to be made is that although the behind the scenes feature for this issue's comic, Strip of a Lifetime, features Russell insisting that the new 14th Doctor comic story helps to make this concept of the 14th Doctor more real, and the Doctor Who magazine can help us underline that. The article in question features imagery cheekily highlighting fake Doctors. One image is from 1988's Planet of the Dead, where the 7th Doctor, not long established in Doctor Who magazine comic run, had come across shapeshifters posing as past incarnations of himself. Whatever the case may be, Ross and Doctor Who magazine are certainly teasing fans. It's not unprecedented for a new Doctor to debut somewhat other than a full TV episode, as the Born Again mini-episode proved the 10th Doctor, and it's not unprecedented for Doctor Who magazine to feature a fake Doctor with a face of the past, or that it claims to be a newly regenerated individual. They know we all want answers, and we've got to wait a whole year before we get them, so the pot of speculation continues to stir. As for the 60th, we've got director news, and we've been made aware of one of the first directors for Ncuti Gatwa series 14 of Doctor Who. Dylan Holmes Williams will direct Block 1 of the next series. He's known for previously directing episodes of Servant. It's not yet clear which episodes will be first to direct, so we'll have to wait and see. Though Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker had her first episode for Women Who Fell to Earth in the first block of Series 11, it's worth remembering that when Stephen Moffat and Matt Smith started, the first block was actually The Time of Angels, Flesh and Stone. Also, Ross has confirmed via showing a letter that he has 10 scripts in front of him, with the 11th about to be started. 4 specials and 6 episodes of the new series so far, and episode 7 about to be written by himself. Some are confused about this. 4 specials? Presumably he means the 3 60th anniversary specials. Or is it a matter of a 4th special? Could it be that the seasonal special has been drafted to open or close series 14? Well, we'd be inclined to believe in seasonal opener, as the issue is also described as Ncuti taking over for the 15th around the festive period of 2023. We can, at least, tell the Series 14 will have at least 7 regular episodes, and it seems that Russell is willing enough to tease that the first scene of episode 7 currently opens in a bar in the USA in 1947. Scott Hancock, who has joined Doctor Who as a script editor, as we said earlier, has a new production diary section in the magazine. The idea is to provide readers with updates on what's happening behind the scenes at Wolf Studios. Essentially, like the old bookazines we used to do for the first 8 series of New Who, but not as retroactively. And this is where I encourage you all to purchase the magazine. Though Scott's section starts on the 31st of August, it's evident from his writings the work has been developing for Ncuti's series for some time beforehand. The interesting thing to note about the fact the edits for all three 60th specials are sent to the BBC and Disney Plus for notes is that it does seem that although Disney will have some form of input on the final edits, it's unclear if this is perhaps just technical feedback to ensure the edits will play and look fine on the streaming service, or if they'll have more active or creative input. Scott also revealed that on the 24th of September this year, there was a secret companion auditions in London, with Ncuti also in attendance. Now, these are most of the key elements, but there are some more production updates in the magazine I encourage you to go and read. Most are casual updates on behind the scenes work at Bad Wolf and BBC Studios, but it's still worth learning if you're interested in that sort of thing. Okay, it's safe to say that we're in good hands and a busy year for the Whoniverse. From seeing the new Diamond logo in person at MCM Comic Con London to all the exciting news, and even a 14th Doctor comic already. It's an exciting time to get back into the Doctor Who universe. Sadly, we do need to wait a whole year before we see Tennant on screen and see how the 60th story plays out, but it might be a price worth paying, even if Russell is toying with us masterfully. Thankfully, we're both getting updates on Series 14 and the upcoming 60th anniversary Doctor Who. 2023 is going to be a big year. With the Disney Plus deal, it looks like the Doctor is going to be back on the world stage. It also means more people are likely to be joining the fandom, which is fantastic for everyone. Though I throw the question to you, who are watching this video. What are you most excited about when it comes to upcoming Doctor Who content? Let me know. That's a wrap. If you made it this far in the video, comment with your favourite Doctor Who quotes and we'll reply with ours in the comment section. Go. If you want to keep up to date on the latest Doctor Who news, lore and more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Tardis Central. If you want to do that, as we've got plenty more to come, including a video breakdown of the new Doctor Who comic and further crew details of Series 14, and the 60th specials to talk about. You can also follow us on social media for daily updates on the Doctor Who universe. But for now, I've been Captain Jack here on Tardis Central, and I'll see you very soon. Goodbye everyone.